Hey guys, welcome to my class. My name is Smriti, your coach from Smriti's Knowledge is present here. Today we are going to learn the adaptation and this is the part 2 of this chapter. So without any delay, let's start. So in this, first we have learned the types of adaptation are primary adaptation and secondary adaptation. But we have not learned about them in detail. So now we are going to learn them in detail. Then we will go forward and see what is in the chapter. So see, the first is primary adaptation. Now what is primary adaptation? Let us learn that primary adaptation includes the adaptation that have evolved from the ancestors and from the beginning they are adapted to only one habitat. So primary adaptation is the type of adaptation in which means the animal have evolved from the ancestor, means how in the way that the ancestors live, the animals also live in that way. That is the primary adaptation. And from the beginning of their journey, from the beginning of their development, they are adapted to only one habitat. Now you will ask the example. Some example of primary adaptation is bird. Now can the bird live in water? No. It has the aerial life. Now fish. Can the fish live on land? No. It only live in water. So from the ancestor, from the beginning of their life, from the beginning of their journey, from the beginning of their development, the animals have been like this, means have been adapting like this in a way, and will be adapting also in this way. Now we will go to the secondary adaptation, that is opposite to the primary adaptation. Now we have looked at in primary adaptation, from the beginning the habitat is only one, but in the secondary adaptation they are means fully evolved, fully developed from their ancestors who lived in a different environment. Means secondary adaptation is the type of adaptation that take place in organisms nowadays and that live also in permanently in one particular environment, but they have evolved from their ancestors. The animals, those are secondary adaptation. The ancestor of those animals have been living in a different environment, but now the organisms are living in another environment. For example, whales and dolphins live in aquatic habitat. But do you know that the ancestors of whales and dolphins lived in terrestrial habitats? Okay, this is a fun fact, right? Now we have completed the introduction part and we have learned about primary, secondary. Now we will go to the depth and we will learn about this. Now we will learn, before learning about animals, we will learn about plants. What are the adaptation in plants? According to habitat, plants are classified as terrestrial and aquatic, according to the place where the plants live or grow. According to that habitat, plants are divided as terrestrial and aquatic. Now terrestrial and aquatic. What is terrestrial? Terrestrial habitat means the habitat that is on land. And aquatic habitat means in water. Some terrestrial plants, xerophyte, mesophyte, halophyte, aerial plant. Now you will ask me, ma'am, I don't have heard these names before. What are these? Xerophytes, mesophyte, halophytes, aerial plant, what are these? These are some types of terrestrial plants and these include the examples of plants. Now there are also aquatic plants or hydrophytes, those are fixed plants, floating plants, all these are there. Submerged plants. There are three types of aquatic plants. We will learn them later. First we will learn the terrestrial plants. Now terrestrial plants are the plants those grow on the land. They are xerophyte, mesophyte, halophyte, aerial plants. Now, what are the xerophytes? I don't think so. You have heard this name, but as I was a student of Javier. Now I am student OAV. I am student of OAV. I was a student of Javier, and as a student of Javier, I had learned this xerophyte 1 in 4th class. First, I have confused, but it's so easy that you will love it. Xerophytes are the plants those grow in dry conditions or deserts. This is the basic concept of xerophytes. Now we have learned about this adaptation, how does it adapt, how the water stores. These are other things, but the basic information we know about the xerophyte, that these plants grow in dry conditions or deserts. Now let's go to the depth. In this habitat there is very less water, so the plants are adapted in such a way that they can conserve water on their bodies, for example cactus. Okay, in this type of habitat, in this xerophyte type of habitat, there is very less water. Means in desert you have probably known. Also learned about the desert. Sorry. So in the desert habitat there is very less water. Rainwater is very little. Now plants also excrete water or transparent water. But if the plants continue like this, then the water will all water will go the outside the plant, and the plant will dry and die. But the plants here adapted in such a way that these plants can conserve water on their bodies. Like cactus. Hope you have learned this. That the stem is stem of cactus. Have you seen cactus? I have seen. Now you will ask me how you have seen. I am living in Odisha, but how I have seen? Not gone to Rajasthan. I have seen in my neighbor's house. Okay, so cactus, mainly the stem of cactus is fleshy and thick. Now aloe vera you have I think if you cut the aloe vera, you break down the stem, then what do you observe? Jelly-like structure, water in them. That fleshy thick stem helps in water storage, and those jelly-like substances, those are the water, or those are the nourishment for the plant. Now the roots of cactus are long and hard. Now why these are long? These are long because water is not easily found on the near surface of ground. Now the roots have to go very deeper to find in the search of water. A fun fact to you that I think I have read an article that scientists have found a sea under the third desert in Rajasthan. Means there is only sand, but the water, minimum 25 cm of water that falls also as the rainfall goes into the water. There is the bedrock stuck there. Now over many years, over thousands of years, when the scientists research come in front of us, we can find a sea under the third desert of Rajasthan. So in such a water, roots grow longer and harder also. Now the leaves are small. If there are big leaves like the normal regions that we are living in Odisha, mango leaves, banana leaves, these have stomata, and those easily help in transpiration, and water loss can easily be conducted. But if the leaves are small, और द leaves will be modified into spin, कांटे जैसे हो जाए तो then it will help to prevent more water loss by the transpiration. Now clear about xerophytes. Also there is the example of bubble tree that is also found in the desert areas. These are also the example of xerophytes. Almost xerophytes properties are almost same. Now let's go to mesophytes. What are mesophytes? I am living in Odisha and this is the moderate climate. Now, sorry, there is one mistake. Here, these will be there, these. Anyway, I'm writing here. This. You have been forgotten. So these plants require normal conditions. Now I am living in Odisha. This is a moderate climate and the plants grow here need normal conditions. Neither too dry, not too cold. Here also neither too dry, not too cold, or not too wet also. ज़्यादा गीला भी नहीं होना चाहिए. And these are the necessary conditions for the growth of the plant. Those are mesophytes. For example, mango and banyan. Mango and banyan trees are easily found in this area. These are the mesophytes and require the normal conditions, neither too dry, not too wet, not too cold. Now, apart from this also, mesophytes are also found in hilly or mountainous habitat. Some mesophytes can also live in the extreme cold conditions. Not extreme, but yes, cold conditions. This include plants like pine, fir, spruce, etc. Now you have heard the name of pine, fir, spruce. Hope you have learned about this in little, but if you have not learned about this in little, I am telling you. Thus, most of the mountainous plants have a conical shape like this. Why this conical shape is from the conical shape I remember I think that in the mountainous region or where the rainfall is more, snowfall is more, you can see steep slopes. Houses, then we have the roof. They have no roof like this. Why? Because this allows the snow and rainfall to easily slide and fall down. So pine trees or fir, spruce, they are usually of conical shape. If they have this like say, then the snowfall that fall here will don't stay here. That leads to the breaking of branches or trees in some time. This come slides down easily and fall. Yeah. Now also they have needle shaped leaves to reduce moisture. Now like this, not needles. What xerophytes have needles, but mesophytes don't have needles. The leaves are thin size, pura thin needle-like. These are not needle, but needle-like. That also help to reduce moisture loss. Now you will tell me mountainous and hilly region have also water lack of water. Yes, because of the cold conditions, the condensation over the sky happens and snow falls because of the extreme coldness. Now rainfall तो हो नहीं सकता, रेनफॉल से स्नो हो जाता है तो ज़्यादा वाटर तो नहीं मिलता, लैक ऑफ वाटर ज़रूरी है. तो मॉइस्चर लॉस होने के लिए मीन्स रिड्यूस करने के लिए नीडल से टिप्स होते हैं. Now also like the xerophyte, mesophytes roots grow longer and deeper in search of water. And also in hilly and mountain region, you have been noticing that heavy winds blow. This can be the cause of the uprooting of the plants, and because of the hard and longer roots. These hold the soil firmly and don't allow the tree to break. So for today, this much. We have learned about the types of adaptation, primary adaptation, secondary adaptation in detail. Clear? Now adaptation in plants, terrestrial plant, aquatic plants. We have learning terrestrial plants. We have terrestrial plants and aquatic plants. We are learning terrestrial plants. Now these terrestrial plants include xerophyte, mesophyte, halophyte, aerial plants. After learning the terrestrial plants, we will go toward the aquatic plant. This chapter is a vast chapter. Now terrestrial plants, xerophytes we have completed, mesophytes we have completed. Now the other are halophytes and aerial plants. Then we will go toward the aquatic plants. So because of this, if you like this video, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Stay tuned for the next video. Thank you.